Hi, I saw The Equalizer 2 this weekend, and I have some thoughts on it. Now, the first one I don't recall too much. I saw it one whole time, so it's a little fuzzy. And also, I saw this movie today, or this weekend, on accident. I was trying to see Three Identical Strangers, ended up seeing Equalizer 2. So, really had no anticipation for this film, but I saw it. The only reason I had to look forward to this movie at all was because Denzel Washington was in it. I think he's great in everything he does. He elevates all the material he's given. So that was what I was excited for, and that was definitely the giant highlight of the film. He's such a presence on screen. He can be intimidating and funny and lighthearted all at once sometimes, and he's just an outstanding actor. He still has it. However, the film he is in, Equalizer 2, was not great in my opinion. It all comes down to pacing, the narrative of the film. It really earns my favorite review to give movies I don't care for. Things happen and then it ends. Much a series of unconnected random things with a side of main plot. It's really just Denzel Washington's character going around helping random people, beating up a group of people here, beating up a group of people there, solving this problem, that problem, but none of it connects at all to what is the main plot, I guess. And that plot isn't terribly interesting. It's something that's been done a million times before in like crime investigation movies. So that plot's not surprising, and all of those little side quests really just don't amount to anything except to showcase that he's a badass. Which, to be fair, the little side quest scenes are really probably the most entertaining parts of the movie. If you take them out of context, they're just like little short films. They're pretty brutal, and I like that sort of stuff. So it was entertaining to me. But it really just has nothing to do with the main plot. It just meanders a lot. Literally, to facilitate the random little offshoots of the plot, Denzel Washington's character, his job is being a Lyft driver. It's front and center part of the movie. He just gives people rides, and every once in a while he'll catch wind from people talking in the back of some criminal activity going down. So then he goes and just figures it out and solves it in a couple minutes. And then he's giving more people rides. And he's gonna find something else, and he goes and does that. And every once in a while they'll splice in a little bit of the main plot. It's just seriously a little sprinkling of it. They don't really commit to that main story arc until like the last third of the movie. And when they do, that's when actually the more annoying, nitpicky problem for me is, because the whole movie, Denzel Washington's character, and in the first movie, this character in the Equalizer franchise, he's supposed to be hyper efficient. His whole thing is he starts tying around his watch, and he wants to kick everyone's ass inside 30 seconds, or it's not a good job, not a job well done for him. He's a perfectionist. He's very anal about things. He takes the most efficient route to take out his enemies. And then the finale rolls around, and it takes place on a little island off the coast of Boston, I think, and a hurricane's going through. And instead of just shooting these guys that are after him, he like sits them on this wild goose chase into houses and bakeries and stuff where he just has like traps rigged, like little Home Alone traps, except for way more brutal. And it just feels so out of character from what you see most of both of these two films, where he's just this ultra efficient killer, assassin type character, but then he does all this crazy, just over the top stuff purely for the audience's entertainment, I guess. And it's entertaining if you just take it out of context of the movie. But in context, it just doesn't make sense to me for him to do that. And for the killers, the equally highly trained killers, to chase this guy to an island in the middle of a giant hurricane to try to kill him instead of just waiting for him to get a more reasonable spot to try to take him out. I don't know. It just didn't make any sense to me. So the film was wobbling on the tracks the whole time, but it kind of fell off completely for me at the end. So there you have it. Didn't much care for the movie. It had a bunch of little short films, little clips that were entertaining, but when you string it together as what is supposed to be a through line narrative for 2 hours, it just doesn't. It's meandering. Its pace is all wonky, and it's just not terribly interesting. Denzel Washington kills it as he always does, but on the whole, not one of my favorites of this year. Gotta say, probably give it like a 66, 67, solid D. Not the worst thing, but definitely not the best. So until next time, bye.